The illegitimate impostor has lost his mind completely. He is obsessed only with revenge. He is no longer aware of his actions, and after the incident with the Ryanair plane, he has completely become both state and international terrorist. He is a threat not only to the people of the country, but to other countries as well. To stop the impostor is a must.
Outrage today over an incident in the skies over Eastern Europe. Belarus state media say that President Alexander Lukashenko ordered a fighter jet to force a Ryanair flight with an opposition activist on board to land in the capital of Minsk, Belarus today. Roman Protasevich, a vocal critic of Lukashenko's regime, was arrested at Minsk airport after his flight from Greece to Lithuania was forced to land. Protasevich is the founder of two popular opposition social media channels that are critical of the Belarus government and are considered extremists there. He is also on a government wanted list for terrorism. Lukashenko, the president, who has been in power since 1994, has consistently cracked down on all forms of opposition, including media, which is why other countries from the U.S. to Germany to Lithuania are expressing concern that a country leader can divert an international flight to silence opposition voices. Joining me right now is the woman who ran against the Belarus president, Alexander Lukashenko. Her name is Svetlana Tikhanovskaya. She is a leader of the opposition movement in Belarus. Svetlana, so good to see you. So what are your fears for this journalist, Protasevich?
Good evening, everybody. I just dare to mention that Lukashenko is not the president of Belarus. He's ex-president because he lost last election. But as for Roman Protasevich, we're really aware of the situation because we really don't know what's happening to him right now, and we know how cruel KGB can be. And the situation is extremely difficult. We are in contact with the parents of Roman Protasevich, and they are really in awful situation, as the rest of Belarusian people. And I have to say that a week ago I flight to Vilnius with the same flight above the territory of Belarus, and I also could be in the same situation a week ago.
So this happened to you as well? Something similar?
No, I was traveling with the same flight a week ago, so it could happen with me as well. But I managed to get Vilnius, but Roman couldn't. We couldn't expect from illegitimate government of our country that they will act like this, that they will, that they will endangered 171 people that were on the boat from 17 countries to capture one person. It's unprecedented, and I'm sure it should be on news all over the world, because it's unacceptable such situation to happen.
In fact, there are other countries who are saying this is unacceptable for something like this to happen. Latvia says they want a strong and effective reaction. Do you feel like the international community can do anything against Lukashenko's actions?
Of course, they can. Belarus is on international agenda for 9 months already because of unprecedented violence and tortures in our country. And now this step that is threatened not only to Belarusian people, but also to other people of other countries should raise much more attention to our question. And should lead to stronger actions from democratic countries. And we have already talked to ministers of Greece and Ireland, and we are in contact with the governments of Lithuania and Poland and the USA, just for them to make additional measures about the situation. So first of all, it's about sanctions. Sanctions will for sure make Lukashenko to release political prisoners, including Roman, and isolate Lukashenko politically and economically to make him more talkative, for him to understand that the escalation of violence is unexpected. And I have to say that escalation of repressions in Belarus and this situation that's happened with flight is the result of impunity. And democratic countries should put much more pressure on this regime, on Lukashenko personally, to make him understand that
and tell me about your worries and your message you might have for Pratasevich.
People who are in prisons now, who suffered for, they wish to tell the truth about the situation, they are all our heroes. And I want him to be brave and strong, but we really don't understand, just can't imagine what's happening to him right now, because it's difficult, and conditions of people there are awful, and just I want him to stay strong, and he is strong.
Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, thank you so much for your time and your perspective. Appreciate it.